Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Tracy from Mocha Creators Academy. Listen, it's 2025. You have a business and no website. What are we doing? No, we're not doing that. No more DM me to place your order. No more text me, sis, I got you. Have your sales go through a reputable website. Make your customers feel comfortable to order with you. Not only that, listen, first of all, we're going to get into that in a second. But gone are the days that we are going to be accepting orders in the DMs, honey. It's 2025, sis. What are we doing? This is Tracy, and I am your sister friend, honey. I want to help you, okay? I want to help you better your business in 2025. 2024, it was not giving what it's supposed to have gave for a lot of people. So we're going to make 2025 better. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to learn to put our business on a website, number one. Number two, what we're going to do is we're going to learn and be comfortable with learning how to navigate said website. Okay. Number three, we're going to learn and be comfortable with switching it up. Changing out the vibe as the seasons come. We got Valentine's Day coming, learn how to switch up the vibe. So we are going to unpack a lot of things. Let me tell you something about me. I am Tracy Carter, CEO of the Mocha Creative LLC, and a spinoff of that is Mocha Creatives Academy. Okay. Listen, y'all, I like to have fun. Learning business does not have to be boring. I don't like boring. I don't know about you, but I can't stand being boring. Okay. So a spinoff is Mocha Creatives Academy, which is my way of helping my sister friends and brothers too. Y'all can come in. Y'all can, don't be shy, don't be bashful. We could teach you too. But this is a spinoff of how to teach you how to navigate websites. We could get into some designing in Canva. Let's get it. I know a few platforms, right? I know Square, I know Wix, I know Shopify. Okay. What we are going to unpack in 2025 is learning how to set it up, how to manage it, how to learn the different apps that work inside of them and to see which platform would be best for you. But my honest opinion is Shopify could do all things for different types of businesses. Okay. It's not just for product based businesses, it can be utilized for service based businesses too. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Okay. So, out of the three, Square, Wix, Shopify, hands down, 10 toes down in the ground, I will roll with Shopify all day long. I am also a Shopify partner. I also know Square. Now, Square is one of those platforms that I would recommend if you're playing in the sandbox about your business. You're not sure. Maybe you were doing it as a hobby all year round and you're still not sure if you want to turn that hobby into a business. Play around with Square. Square, you can get a website for free. Okay. But it has very minimum capabilities for the free.com. Okay. So you can't expect the bells and the whistles and the rainbows for free. Gone are those days too. Okay. If you know that you're going to turn this business into a full throttle business and we're going full speed ahead, go with Shopify. I have set up many of websites. Okay. Let me lean in. I'm leaning in on this. Okay. I'm leaning in. I can set up a website for you in Wix. Here's the problem. Wix, the most wicked to understand how to navigate yourself, how to manage it once I break the ties after setting up your website for you. Are you going to be able to manage it? Are you going to know what the heck is going on in there? 2025, I'll teach you. I will teach you. Okay. But I need you to understand that I could set up a website for you like that in Wix. Yes, I can. But after I'm done with you, I'm not going to be available and in your back pocket to answer each and every question once I'm done. I could show you, but honestly, even to show you would take probably, I mean hours. There's so much within that website platform to unpack. It's crazy. So that's why I say it's wicked. It's a beautiful platform once you get your website up, but you have to understand all the nooks and crannies of it. Do you have that time? Okay. Square, it also is on the verge of kind of difficult, and I'll tell you why. I'll also demonstrate at some point. Um, Square used to be a free platform all the way around. Like you could set up a website for free. Then they went and they intermingled and partnered with Weebly. Weebly said, hey, we're going to start charging these folks for this website. Okay. So to do things like connect the domain, you have to pay. And I always tell my clients, if you're going to pay, you might as well rock with Shopify. And they always got certain promotions going on. There was a long period of time where they were giving people 4 months free. Right now, they're giving you 3 days free and 1 month at $1. So there's always promotions going on. But at the end of the day, you have to pull up your bootstraps and say, am I going to wait around for a deal? It's like waiting around for a company to run their Black Friday special. You're going to wait to see if they come up with a deal to go ahead and get started with your business. No, we're not. Okay. I'll get into their fees. Okay. They did increase their fees, but when I tell you, it's so worth it. I've been rocking with Shopify for years. Okay. I also went to school for, not that this really helps at all nowadays, because with the ease of Square, Shopify, and Wix in their own rights, I went to school to learn how to build websites from scratch in Adobe Dreamweaver. How many of y'all have heard of that? I did coding and everything. But who's doing that nowadays? Everybody is jumping with a Square, with a Shopify, Wix, and even there's another website called Squarespace. So there's Square and Squarespace. Okay. I deal with Square, Shopify, and Wix. I will always recommend Shopify overall. Okay. For the simple fact that they are easy to use, they're easy to understand. You just have to take a deep breath and say, okay, I'm going to learn this, or I'm going to watch Tracy's videos and she's going to take me step by step and I'm going to go through this with her. She has placed out all these videos for me that are easy to follow. They're not 9 hours long, and I can do this. That's what you need to say to yourself, okay? Take my hand and come with me. Okay? So, what I'm doing. So I already have videos on my YouTube channel. Okay. This is where I'm going to put all of these videos on my YouTube. So I already have these. However, Shopify brings on these new capabilities every quarter. While I'm not going to do a new video and how to every quarter, it has been significant enough for me to do a new video, and how convenient to do it at the first of the year. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to cut myself out. You don't want to watch me the whole 10-15 minutes, right? I am going to go through the basics, how to set up your website with Shopify. Stay tuned for Square and Wix, but I'm going to show you Shopify. Okay. Being a Shopify partner, I can set up what's called development stores. So I can set up little test dummy stores to walk you through this. There might be times where I will reference back to my store, but for now, we're going to start with this test dummy store. So just to show you what to start with. Now, to start your website, you could do this on your own if you wish, or you could pay me. I'm fine with that too. But to start off, I'm going to dummy this down, and please don't take offense to that term. I'm going to dummy this down so that you can understand and again be comfortable in navigating around the store. When you log into your store, this is your dashboard to Shopify. This is your window of all the things that you can do. Now, what I do want to say is also sometimes Shopify makes adjustments, they make improvements. And also, what I love about them is that after so many sales, they will offer you what's called Shopify Capital Loans. And they will let you know not only via email, but they'll put that here. So this is like your information center. Right now it's showing this is what you got to do to launch your store. I'm going to break all of this down into small digestible videos. Okay. So again, we're not on here for 9 hours, but I want you to be familiar with the dashboard. And every time I show a screen, I'm going to say start at your dashboard. This is it. Okay. So again, when you start your brand new store, it will show you a setup guide. I am going to take you through the settings, but I'm going to give you a quick tour, okay? So again, everything is available to you from a bird's eye view. You got your home screen, which is your dashboard. Orders. Anytime you get orders, this is where they will appear. If you need to create an invoice, this is where you would do it under orders. Products. When you click on products, this is where you add your products and or services. And you can also create your collections. The collections is your broader title. I'll use the easier example, apparel, right? Apparel can be a collection. Candles can be a collection. Services can be a collection. And then under that, you can create what we call sub collections. Apparel can be your main collection, and then under that, a sub collection can be t-shirts, crew sweatshirts, hoodies. For services, you can put, if you offer consultations, you could put services, one-on-one consultations, website setup, credit repair tutorial, credit repair one-on-one, whatever it is you do. If you do candles, you can put under candles, you could do single wick, 3 wick, different types of things. So you can create main categories or collections and then have sub collections. You can do gift cards. As your customers start to place orders, their information will be loaded under your customers tab. And then you can also segment them. What does that mean, Tracy? To segment your customers can mean those who signed up under a promotion, you would set them under one segment. Anyone who has signed up to get notified of any of your email promotions, that is a segment. Content. Content is this is where you can upload files such as banners for your website, but we can also do that when we set up the website. I'd rather do it under the online store option. Finance. Finance is where you will see what you're getting paid and when. So as your orders come through, you're going to tell Shopify whether you want them to send your money to your bank directly. They also have what's called a balance card. So you can get a card with Shopify. They also have a credit card. You do have to qualify for that, but they are coming up, honey. They also allow you to do bill pay through their portal. It's amazing, okay? Analytics. This is so crucial. So crucial. Your analytics tab shows you where your customers are coming from, what items or what products they are buying the most of, how much your sales are for the year. You can tap here and you can pick the last 90 days. What were your sales the last 90 days? That's important. But online store sessions, say that 10 times, that's how many times people are coming to your store, okay? As you get orders, you will have different reports that you can run based on what type of data you're looking for. Discounts is those discounts that you can offer. Free shipping over a certain threshold. If you're running a Valentine's Day special, you can say, hey, you can either do an automatic or have them enter in a code. Automatic means they don't have to enter a code, but you can say, hey, enter code LOVE25 to get buy one, get one free. Discounts. App stores. So App Store is the same thing as your phone. That's the easiest way I can compare it. Your phone has apps that you can download to make life easier or to make things fun. Your website has the same thing. Okay. So we will get into my top apps that I would recommend you start out with from the gate, but that's what apps are. Sales channels. What are sales channels? Exactly what it sounds like. Different channels for you to make sales on. It's your online store, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, it is Pinterest. So many, okay? Google, okay? When I go to my analytics and I can see that customers came to me from Google, that is so dope. I've seen people say you don't need any extra sales channels. And anybody who tells you that, they are chopping your money in half. Okay. There's multiple ways to get sales, and you should take advantage of every single one there is. Okay. This is what we're going to cover today. And this is important information. It's not the most fun information, but it's important, okay? To make sure that you are running a solid business. I want you to think about your website, even though it's online. I want you to think of it as a brick and mortar store. You have to put certain processes in place. You have to have SOPs in place, some standard operating procedures. You have to have a funnel of tasks that need to be done in order for this website to run like a well-oiled machine. If you set up your website properly, it can save you so much time as a business owner because now you are setting your business up to make money in your sleep. You don't have to wait on people to DM you. You don't have to keep them waiting to place an order because I could tell you I'm not a good waiter. I don't like to wait. If I want something, I want it now. I know there's a lot of people out there that's like me. So if I gotta DM you and you're asleep for the night and I ain't gonna getting no answers, I'm gonna move on to the next business that I know, okay, will take my order and they have a website. Not only that, in the day and age where we are getting scammed left and right, these people are text messaging us and sending us messages so that we could click on it and they could steal our information. People are straying away from doing business in the DMs. People are straying away from doing business in the DMs because even if you were very trustworthy, how many times has people's social media pages been hacked? You have to make your customers feel comfortable doing business with you. I could say you could be successful doing business in your DMs right now, but there will come a day where something's going to trip up on you. And I will also add in there were those times where social media turned the lights out. So if you're doing orders in your DMs and you're placing your business in one basket, hence Facebook or Instagram, and you're putting all your eggs in their platform and they could turn the lights out on you, how are you going to get sales now? You, in a sense, own Shopify, meaning you pay for a service. If your website doesn't work, they have a support team. When Facebook turns the light out, who's your support team? Who are you reaching out to? Nobody. It's a free platform. They don't care whether your business is thriving or your business is interrupted. They don't care. They're allowing you to advertise on there for free. They could do whatever the heck they want to. But when you're paying a platform like Shopify and they stop your business, oh, you best believe you better be on the phone or on the chat with Shopify. Hey, what's going on? Do not lean on social media as your sole way or your sole sales channel. Do not lean on social media for your sole sales channel. That's dangerous to your business. Okay? All right. So, in the settings, you want to start from the top to the bottom. Okay? What is your store details? You can edit these, Put in your store information, your store phone number if you have it. I would not recommend giving out your personal number. If you don't have a professional like 800 number or some sort of number for people to contact you, get you a Google number at the very least. But don't put your personal phone number here, okay? All right. Then you want to update your billing address. Go ahead and put your legal business name, put your address, under store defaults unit system. Now, this comes in handy if you will get into shipping, but if you ship by weight, you want to put your default weight system here so that when you're entering your products, it will be a lot easier. You won't have to keep selecting a unit. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So if you're somebody who ships by weight, meaning that your package, the shipping price is based on how much that package weighs. You want to go ahead and say, uh, the items in your store, are they mostly ounces or are they big boy products like they start out at 1 pound? So if you basically, most of your stuff in your store is like out in ounces, when you weigh it, like 6 ounces, a t-shirt could be 4 ounces, put your default weight unit there. Then you could do the time zone. Make sure you put the correct time zone. This is also going to help out with your orders and analytics. Okay. Now you can put an order ID prefix if you want. Like I could put MOC and that could be like Mocha 1001. That's totally up to you. It's not a necessity. Okay. And as you can see, this is basically reading is fundamental. All you got to do is read and then pick the correct option. After an order has been paid, do you want Shopify to automatically fulfill it? What that means is if someone buys a t-shirt from me and I have Shopify automatically fulfill it, it's going to be grayed out, but I still have to fulfill that order. Once it grays out, it disappears and I might miss something. So what I would say is to keep it at the default. Don't fulfill any of the order line items automatically. Let me fulfill them. So if I have 10 t-shirt orders come in, I want to fulfill them, and then I will what we call archive the order so that they can move on out of my order history. Okay. So here it says after an order has been fulfilled and paid, Shopify will automatically archive the order. That's what I would recommend. I will leave that there. Brand assets. This is something new that they've added. Okay, so what this is a way for you. Let me go ahead and save that. This is a way for you to input your brand logo, your colors, okay? So a slogan, you can put your slogan, a description. I'll address that in a different video, okay? But I do love that. Plan, this is where, and this is what I didn't show y'all, the plans that Shopify has, okay? Pricing. Once you start with Shopify, whether you get in on a promotion or not, this is the pricing. So you can have the option to pay yearly. You actually pay $10 less a month if you pay yearly for the basic subscription. You only need the basic. You don't need Shopify for teams. You can look at what the differences in these different levels is. And again, they say you could get your first month right now as of December 31st, 2024. You get your first month for $1. If you want to pay monthly, it's $39 a month. Okay. So that's the pricing. So when you set it up, you have to select your plan and you would just select. All right. And it's going to make you put in your information and it tells you when your first bill is due. Okay. Users and permissions. Users and permissions is something that if you start a Shopify account and you want someone to help you with any aspect of it, whether they're just setting it up and designing it for you, whether you have an assistant, this is where you can add staff members, right? You would add in their name and email, and then you can select what permissions you give them. Okay. Most times, like if I were setting this up for you, I don't need access to your orders. Okay. I don't need access to your customers. All right. So that would be like sensitive information. I don't need access to your finance. So I will uncheck that. And that's when you could go ahead and send the invitation. Okay. Send invite. Payments. Payments is where what you're going to get paid. Okay. So don't confuse this with billing. Billing is Shopify sending you a bill. Payments is you accepting money. So what you want to do here is off the rip, you want to activate Shopify payments. And by doing this, you are telling Shopify, please accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express. I think they got Diners Club. Okay, it's going to make you submit information about your business and also set up a two-step authentication. But off the rip, that's what you want to do. You also have the ability of linking a PayPal to your account. You could do that. And then what you're going to do when your website is all set up, what I would strongly recommend that you do is to make sure that you have policies, a shipping policy, refund policy, um, ways for the customer to contact you should they have an issue with their order. What that is going to do is going to open you up for the option to apply to third-party payment processors. Say that 10 times. Third-party payment processors. What are those, Tracy? I'll tell you. Afterpay, Klarna, Zip, Shop Pay, which is exclusive to Shopify, and Affirm. Affirm and Shop Pay are ways that your customers can pay for their cart total monthly, but it does do a soft check on their credit. Zip, Klarna, and Afterpay do not require your customers to run a credit check. They have their own ways of vetting people. But what I like about them is that you still get your money up front. And should the customer default on any payments, those third party payment processors go after the customer. They don't come back to you and say, hey, we want our money back. This person didn't pay. Or they don't say, hey, you only get your money when your customer pays their monthly or their bi-weekly payment. No, they don't do that. They give you your money up front minus some processing fees. You got to understand why they've charged that, just like PayPal, just like Shopify. Anybody who accepts payments on your behalf is going to charge a fee. That's an automatic, okay? But you do get your money up front. Now, you'll notice that I didn't really recommend Sezzle. I will tell you to add Sezzle at your own discretion. No matter how big or how small your business is. If your customer does not choose Sezzle at any point in time during the month, they will invoice you a $15 fee. This is what their invoice looks like, okay? So, what happens here? It's because none of my customers chose Sezzle when they checked out, right? So, they will invoice you $15 per month that this happens. When you finally get an order, let's just say that order is $300. They're going to take all that accumulated monthly invoices that they sent you. They're going to take theirs off the top and then they'll give you the difference. They didn't used to do that. And like I said, it has nothing to do with how big or small your business is. It's because your customers aren't using them. But I just want to inform you, okay, so that you can make the educated decision on whether or not to have them, okay? Payment capture method. Now, Shopify does a lot of default options here. So payments are authorized when an order is processed automatically at checkout, when the order is fulfilled. So stay on automatically at checkout. All right. And then gift cards. If you offer gift cards, you can choose that they never expire, or I would say let them expire within a year. I don't know. You want them to use it, right? I would say within a year. That's just me. All right. So I said all that about the third party payment processors. I said all that to say when you apply for them, and I strongly encourage you to apply to most of them, when you apply to them and they approve you, they will give you step by step instructions on how to add them to your Shopify store. They're very familiar with Shopify. They will give you step by step instruction on how to do it, and some of that will encounter you looking them up here on the payments tab. Okay, so I'm in a development mode, so there's limited stuff on what I could do here, but part of the process will be selecting them here on the payments tab. Okay, checkout. Okay, so this is what is going to be required of your customer when they check out from your store. For a customer contact method, I would definitely ask for phone number or email. Okay, or you can ask for just the email. I would ask for both. What if something happens to the order, you need to contact your customer? Phone number would be great. Show a link for customers to track their order with Shop. That is a way for them to, like I said, track their order. Okay. Some of y'all may have seen this when you shopped with other businesses. Require customers to log in to their account before checkout. I wouldn't make that a necessity because that might annoy some people. I have played around with this concept a couple times, and that's when I was really trying to build my email list, but some people don't like it. So again, that is a personal preference for you to make. But definitely, I would give them the option to track their order. Now, when it comes into customer data collection, okay, it's automatically on only require last name. I want to know their first and last name, so I'm gonna select that. Make company optional, make the second address line optional. You don't know if they have a suite number, apartment number, or other information that is necessary in order to receive their items. Shipping address, phone number, I would make that optional. Marketing options, let customers sign up for email or SMS. I would love that. And I also select pre-selected. SMS is something different, and that's something I would introduce to my customers. As they get to know me and trust me and jive with me. Okay, I'll send them a message via email saying, "Hey, if you'd like to stay in contact with the Mocha Creative and would like for us to send you text messages about our promotions, you can sign up for SMS and let that be their option." Tipping, if you are in this type of industry where tipping, you would love for them to tip you, you can check this box. And then you can also say hide tipping options, and let the customer choose. So what this will do is show that tipping is available, but it's going to hide these presets. So you can do that. That's optional. Address collection. Allow shipping and billing address to be different. It's recommended, so I will roll with what Shopify says. Validate shipping, minimize failed deliveries by offering suggestions. So when you have signed up for a service or a product or checked out with another business and you go to punch in your address and it says the suggested US postal information shows this. Would you like to choose this over that? It could also just help your customer to understand that they might have punched in something wrong doing their own address. It's very possible. We're all human. We can make mistakes. So I would definitely check validate shipping address. Don't use shipping address as billing address by default. Sometimes people have a billing address and a different shipping address. So you could tell them. It says only recommended for stores that sell mostly gifts, but that is again a total personal preference. Abandoned checkout emails. Send abandoned checkout emails automatically. Yes, ma'am. Send to anyone who abandons their checkout or email subscribers. You can send after a certain amount of time. I would say maybe 6 hours. Shopify recommends 10 hours. I want to get them a little bit quicker. And then I will save that. Customer accounts. Okay, they went a little bit deeper into this. It used to be a little less detailed in this section. So what they will do is show the login links in the header at the very top of your online store at checkout. You can do customers log in with a one-time code sent to their email, no passwords, works with B2B, business to business, or you can customers create an account and log in with their email and password. Again, totally up to you. Shopify recommends this. So some of the recommendations I would go with, some of them I might, do my own thing. Here's some other additional options. You can have customers request and manage their own returns. Not me, but that's up to you. Store credit. Allow customers to see and spend store credit. Okay, so if you are a store who doesn't accept returns, but you might offer a store credit of equal or lesser value of what they purchased, right? It'll allow them to see how much store credit they have and decide on how they want to spend it in your store. That's totally fine. Shipping and delivery is going to be a totally different video. That is a video in itself, but I will tell you there are several ways that you can ship. Okay. And again, I'm going to get into this in a different video, but here's some things to think about. You can ship by weight. Again, the amount of the shipping is going to be based on how much that package weighs. In order for that to effectively work, you have to know the weight of those products and enter that when you enter your products, right? You can ship by weight. You can ship by cart total. You can also ship based off of the current rates of USPS or UPS, whoever you use. All right. So there are several different ways. You can also charge a separate rate for a different collection. I use this scenario all the time. So in my boutique, I sell shirts and tumblers and all of that, right? Party favors. Those things weigh a little bit, a few ounces, right? Then in the apparel part of my store, I have handbags that weigh 2 pounds by themselves. I am going to make sure that those purses have a different shipping rate than the rest of the items because they're 2 pounds off the rip. Okay. So you can also charge based off of a specific collection. Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. Okay. In another video. Taxes and duties is also a whole nother video. Those are sections that require specific attention, and I want to break those down for you. Locations. What is location? Let's just say you work from home, but you also have a warehouse on the other side of the city, right? You can enter that as a location. When you do drop shipping, if you do drop shipping, those would be a different location. I can buy certain products wholesale from a different business, and I can set up their business as a different location. Okay, so that is exactly what it sounds like, location. Apps and sales channels, exactly what I went through in the beginning. Apps are additional things that you can add onto your business that will help you manage your business more effectively, like emails. That would be an app. Like reviews, allowing people to leave you reviews, whether it be text and or picture and video. That's a different app. Sales channels, again, different channels that will allow you to get sales through, okay? Different video. Domains, exactly what it sounds like. Do you have a www.yourbusiness.com? You can connect your domain here, okay? So what I did with my business and what anyone could do with their business is I primarily buy all of my domains and have been doing it since, I don't know, like 2010, probably earlier than that. I always get my domains through GoDaddy. GoDaddy. I love them. They're and their customer support is bar none. If I want to connect my domain here, all I have to do is click connect domain. It's going to have me punch in the domain name. And then it's going to take me, see how it says it's going to make me log into GoDaddy. And this is why when I set up websites, I teach my customers how to do this because you have to log into your GoDaddy account. All right. Or whatever other vendor you use. You log in and it'll tell you how to, usually it's seamless, okay? If you've bounced around from one website platform to another, that's where it's possible to encounter issues, but nothing we can't get around, okay? That is where I will come in and be like, okay, let me see what it's saying, okay? Um, but that's all you got to do. Log in and it'll tell you if it connected seamlessly or something else needs to be done. And also, if you don't have someone helping you with your website like myself, you can also call GoDaddy and they will help you. Okay. I can't speak on other people who sell domains because I've only worked with GoDaddy. Notifications, just like with your phone, notifications are what you'd like to be notified of. Okay. So, for instance, customer notifications, out for delivery, sent to confirm if the order has been delivered, and stuff like that. Again, that's all personal preference for you. Languages, self-explanatory. If you want other people internationally to be able to shop your store, you can add a language so that they can, it'll help with your order conversion, okay? And then the next thing I'm going to cover is policies. Again, in order to qualify for the third-party payment processors to even look at your store, it has to be live and you have to have your policies displayed. They're usually in the bottom at the footer of your web page. You have to have number one, a way for customers to contact you in case the order is something's wrong with their order. Number two, they want to see a return or refund policy, shipping policy, and then terms of service and privacy policy are a default on every website. You go to any website, Walmart, Fashion Nova, everyone's got a terms of service and privacy policy. Okay. So I will touch on policies in a separate video. Again, I want to ensure that you just have the basics here. And then I want to do another video touching on the other intricate parts of the website so that you don't have to go through this entire video and say, okay, where was it that she talked about policies? I want to have a separate video so that you can easily reference it when you need it. Okay, so that is it for settings. I will do more videos, but welcome to 2025. We are going to get it. We are going to get these websites up. Okay, if you need assistance with website setup and design, I am available. Check out my website. If you don't have Shopify and would like to start with a Shopify store, contact me and I will help you with that as well. But what we're going to do is have a website 2025. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next video.